Okay, well, here goes nothing. Good morning. It's currently 6:35 in the morning, and I came down to the little studio that I'm working on here to get this video done real fast. There's probably a lot of echo in here, which I'm gonna fix later on. But yeah, this is probably the 7th YouTube channel that I've started in my life. I feel like I'm probably missing a couple, but either way. So yeah, my name is Jared Coupel. I am a freelance videographer here in Asheville, North Carolina, specializing in the food and beverage industry. I'm basically starting these videos as kind of a way to document my journey. I started this business back in 2021 in Florida, took a break for a few years, did some stuff in between, but now I'm relaunching this brand in Asheville, and it's been good so far. My wife and I just moved into a new apartment that has a garage that we've converted into 2 separate studio spaces. Fully painted this wall kind of like a dark Everglade is the name of it. And my wife painted her side pink. I'll throw up some photos. So I want to talk about my story just a little bit, just to kind of give some background. Going to be 32 in the next couple months.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry.
Basically where everything started for me was I was about 8 years old when my parents got an old JVC camcorder. I wish I could find the tapes. I know my parents have them somewhere, but I would basically like be holding the camera and like, this was like 1999 or 2000. And I was basically like vlogging at that point. Obviously they went nowhere. YouTube wasn't around just yet. And I remember one of the first things that I ever put together was me, my brother, and some of his friends put together this like zombie movie. It took like 2 days to shoot. Again, we were like ages 8 to 10, and we clipped it together literally just manually. But that was a lot of fun. That's probably like the first form of video I ever created. I think it was great. I would definitely watch it now. I wish I could find it. I'm gonna try to find it. This next part is gonna reveal a lot, but I'm not really too worried about that. Definitely a big nerd, grew up a huge anime fan. Like, of course, all your classics like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Naruto was a big one. Naruto was a huge one for me. I think that aired on Toonami. I must have been like 12 or 13.
Next up, going to school is pretty tough.
Not really, Tom.
Well, it is when you're the class clown in a school full of ninjas. Take it away.
In Hidden Leaf Village, the art of ninjutsu is a way of life.
If you're watching this and you're a millennial, kind of around the ages of probably 29 to 33, and you were on YouTube, if you were watching AMVs, you probably watched some of mine. I was kind of successful, we'll say. Like, I want to say I had a couple of them that had like 250,000, 500,000 views. Like, they did really well for some weird reason. This was this was like early YouTube, like 2007, 2008, I want to say. So that was what got me into video editing. I think we had a bootleg, no, it was Windows Movie Maker was the first one, and then my brother helped me get a bootleg Sony Vegas, whichever one was out around that time. So yeah, that's how I learned to edit videos. And then me and my friends in the neighborhood that I grew up with, we started I won't name the channel, we started a channel that was like comedy skits. Like, that was huge back around that time, like Smosh and other channels like that. So it was kind of sort of emulating that. Kind of did our own thing too. It's a lot of fun. I personally ended up deleting a lot of them, mainly from cringe. I regret it to this day. I still wish I could go back and watch some of those. I'm sure that would be interesting, but yeah, so that was that little phase that lasted probably, I don't know, maybe 1 to 2 years. And then basically for the rest of my teenage years, I kind of more like pursued music with cooking and film production, like in the back of my mind as like backups. I think I was either gonna go to culinary school or go to Full Sail. Didn't end up doing either of those. The time in a Full Sail was like way too expensive. And the culinary thing is a whole separate thing, but it does kind of work into what I got into later. So the next thing was basically transitioning from music to kind of like a more regular job. I really got into craft beer. I think a lot of people did around that time. Basically got my first job like a few months after I turned 21. I'm still in the industry, been in the industry for almost a decade now. But it was within the first 2 or 3 years that I got my first like content related job, which was just helping out the brewery that I was with for 3 years, helping run their social media, do all the content. And it was a lot of fun. They basically gave me free reign to do whatever. So I was able to just like be as silly or be as creative as I wanted to. Got to learn a whole lot, get a whole bunch of experience during that time. And then 2021 is when I started Coupel Creative. Around that time, I knew a lot of brewery owners, a lot of people that would work events. So I was really easily able to get gigs. I did some gigs for a gym, for a mobile beer dispensing business. It was called Combi Keg, I believe. A couple breweries, did some videos for them, did some like a beer and burger festival. This is all like super early work. I think some of it's pretty decent. Could have done a lot better with the color work on some of them, but whatever. I was learning at that time. Still filming on the same camera that I started with, the Canon M6 Mark II. I'm going to upgrade soon. I definitely want to look into probably Sony FX30. I don't want to go all the way to like an FX3. I think the FX30 is probably like that sweet spot price-wise. I do try to keep things a little more budget. A lot of the lights and stuff that I have is like newer, however you say it. Godox, things like that, but they do the job really well. And then ran that business for like 6-7 months until around the point where we decided we had gotten married in September of 2021, then moved ourselves to Chicago for 2.5 years. I didn't bring the business along with me, but I did start a cooking YouTube channel called Cooking with Coupel. I have since renamed it, but did that for a couple years. That gave me a lot of experience with kind of figuring out how to run social media and how to like grow and stuff. Did pretty well. I think by the end, I had a couple videos that were 1.5 million views. I had one video that was 2.1 million views on Instagram and did, I think maybe 750,000 views on TikTok. They kind of just like went back and forth. Had the YouTube channel as well. I still get regular notifications for mainly TikTok and YouTube are still somehow just like continuously growing. Instagram just died, which is fine. I kind of just turned that into my personal page anyways. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Only really stopped that because I hit a wall. It was really unfortunate because it was during like a period of like really nice growth, and burnout hit me so hard. That was rough. Basically, it was because I was grinding out 3 to 4 videos a week in between balancing a typical 9-to-5 job. So it was really just exhausting. I did that for 2.5 years straight, but it was fun. It was rewarding. I got a lot from it, especially because it stayed in that like food realm. Like I learned how to film food really well and kind of be able to put myself behind the camera and talk. So that's a useful skill as well. Don't know what I'm going to do with that skill, but I'm doing it again right now, so I don't know. Then after Cooking with Coupel ended, we moved to Asheville, North Carolina, just kind of worked some odd jobs in the industry, the beer industry. And then at the beginning of this year, 2025, I decided I'm going to start this business again. Around that same time, I'd gotten a new job, and a lot more came with that job. So mentally and physically, I was focused there. But since settling in, I've been able to like take on one client so far. And honestly, that's kind of it. I'm putting this on the Coupel Creative channel. I don't have any plans to like be extremely consistent, but I'm gonna pull out the camera and document whenever I can. I'm trying to get a little bit better about it because I enjoy doing it. I feel like I'm getting into this phase of life again where all of this is coming right back and it's starting to kind of pay off. I feel like it's like manifesting itself a little bit. So I'm just gonna keep rolling with that. I think that's pretty cool. And that's what I wanna do full time anyways, whether that's freelance or for a business or whatever. Social media marketing and content creation, it's fun. Okay, I think that's it. I'll definitely post a video here in the next month or so. If I forgot anything, I'll bring it up in the next video. But yeah, I will see you on the next one.